Good afternoon, everyone. My name is James L. Bontuyan. I present my assignment in ECO 1, 2, 2, and 3. Number 1. Define what is economics and who is the father of economics. Economics is things to analyze and describe the production, distribution, and consumption of weight. The father of economics is Adam Smith, was an 18th century Scottish philosopher. He is considered the father of modern economics. Smith is most famous for his 1776 book, The Wealth of Nations. Number 2. What are the branches of economics and define each? There are 2. Macroeconomics is branch of economics that studies the behavior of individual, consumers, and firms. It generally applies to markets of goods and services and deals with individual and economic issues. And macroeconomics is the branch of economics that studies the behavior and performance of an economy as a whole. Number 3. What are the 10 basic principles of economics and give your understanding to each principle? People face trade-offs where having more of one thing results in having less of another. The cost of something is what you give up to get it. Opportunity cost is the second best alternative for gun. Next, rational people think at the margin. Marginal change are small, incremental changes to an existing plan of action. People respond to incentives. Incentives is something that causes a person to act. Next, trade can make everyone better off. Trade allows countries to specialize according to their comparative advantage and to enjoy a greater variety of goods and services. Next is market. Markets are usually a good way to organize economic activity. Adam Smith made the observation that where households and firms interact in markets guided by the invisible hand, they will produce the most surpluses for the economy. Because people use cost and benefit analysis, they also respond to incentives. Next, trade can make everyone better off. Trade allows countries to specialize according to their comparative advantages and to enjoy a greater variety of goods and services. Markets are usually a good way to organize economic activity. Adam Smith made the observation that where households and firms interact in markets guided by the invisible hand, they will produce the most surpluses for the economy. Governments can sometimes improve economic outcomes. Market figures occur when the market fails to allocate resources efficiently. Governments can step in and intervene in order to promote efficiency and equity. The standard of living depends on a country's production. The more goods and services produced in a country, the higher the standard of living. As people consume a larger quantity of goods and services, their standard of living will increase. Next is prices rise when the government prints too much money. When too much money is floating in the economy, there will be higher demand for goods and services. This will cause firms to increase their price in the long run, causing inflation. And last but not the least, society face a short-run trade-off between inflation and employment. In the short run, when price increase, suppliers will want to increase their production of goods and services. In order to achieve this, they need to hire more workers to produce those goods and services. More hiring means lower employment while there is still inflation. However, this is not the case in the long run. Number 4. Brief history of macroeconomics and who founded macroeconomics. While the term macroeconomics is not all the old, many of macroeconomics core concepts have been the study focus much longer. Topics like unemployment, prices, growth, and trade have concerned economics since the beginning of the disciple in 1070s. And who founded macroeconomics is John Maynard Keynes. And his book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest, and Money in 1936. Keynes explained the fallout from the Great Depression when goods remained unsold and workers were unemployed. Number 5. What are the macroeconomic concerns and goals of a country and its impact to the nation? There are the macroeconomic concerns are unemployment level, inflation, and economic growth. Goals of a country are economic growth, full employment, price stability or controlling inflation. Next, the balance of payment, economic secretary, and economic freedom. And last, its impact to the nation are international, national, and subnational levels. Number 6, show the circular flow model and explain your thought, understanding of it. So, ang naa sa picture, sa circular flow model is factor market. Ang kanang factor market is the goods and services and productive factors are priced, but the way in which their price are determined pertains to the mechanism and not to circular flow model. The next is households. Households spend their entire income on goods and services and do not save any money. So pasabot ana kanang dili siya pwede kanang dili siya ka-save sa imong kwarta kay para ang households magkuan sa mga kuan sa tao. Next is product market. Product market is kanang ganing magpalit kag kuan, fruits and vegetables, and then kanang shampoo, then drinks kay para magkuan sila sa mga kuan ba. So mo na siya sa product market. And last is businesses. Ang businesses is refers to all the firms operating in economy such as operation, partnerships, and operatorships which are responsible for using their resources effectively and produce sufficient goods and services. Last question, number 7. What have you understood on law of supply and demand? So, ang law of supply and demand predicts that if the supply of goods or services outstrips demand, prices will fall. If demand exceeds supply, prices will rise. In a free market, the equilibrium price is the price at which the supply exactly matches the demand. And law of demand states that the quantity for a good rises as the price falls, with all other things stay the same. In simple language, we can say that when the price of a good rises, people buy less of that good. When the price falls, people buy more for it. That's all. Thank you.